Keith Martin's Schools Challenge. Then the finals of that with the presentation of the trophy will take place at 3 o'clock. But stand by now, the Typhoon is rolling. Which allow this aircraft up to a maximum speed of Mach 2. It can also do what's called super cruise, which means reach Mach 1 and above without the need for afterburner. New display pilot for this season, again from number 29 Reserve Squadron, is RAF Coningsby, and it's Flight Lieutenant Jamie Norris. Two barrel rolls, he's now coming back onto the 230-metre display line, and we expect to see him performing a derry turn onto the B-axis, rolling one way, turning the other, and in fact he'll then do a couple more of those. After that one, Nos will be now lowering the landing gear and coming in for the first of a couple of slower passes in this display, and giving you a view of the underside of the aircraft as he turns back onto the display line. This is an outstanding aeroplane, now in service with a number of RAF squadrons. Numbers 1 and 6 squadrons at Lucas and number 3 and 11 squadrons at Coningsby are the frontline units, along of course with 1435 flight providing the air defence of Falkland Islands from Mount Pleasant. Pass. Typhoons. It was the first operator of the type to get an air-to-ground capability, and these were all demonstrated in what we call Operation Elemi in Libya in 2011. The Typhoon made its combat debut there and completed 613 sorties, flying from Gioia del Colle in Italy. And now an uncomfortable outside push. Straight out of this into a minimum radius turn back onto the 230-metre line, and we expect him to go into an oblique loop. Here he is setting up for his slow speed pass. Easy or difficult to perform in the Typhoon, Bondi?
Imagining it's very difficult. It's going to be right back on power, and it should provide an excellent opportunity to get some close-up shots.
Fly-by-wire controls, of course, helping hugely for this.
Indeed, the computer's controlling the aeroplane, but not still going to have to be making sure that everything's in order, right as
The Typhoon's air defence task is still very important. The UK airspace, the fringes of it are still occasionally probed by the Russians. Part of the UK's air defences is to escort the occasional airliner into land when there are security concerns, and we saw that in May with that Pakistan Airlines Boeing 777 that Typhoons escorted into Stansted.
Indeed, you'll have the full suit, so he'll be wearing the jacket and the trousers, and that will protect him up to 9G. So the quite hard coming towards sort of 7, 8, 9, and the rest of it the kit can do most of it for us.
While he disappears up into the clouds there, while beyond him, he tells me what I heard. Doesn't that feel a little bit claustrophobic, being wrapped up in so much kit that's puffing and wheezing while you're flying?
It can be when you first put it on, but you get lots of practice using it in the simulator. You also go down to Farnborough, try out the centrifuge, so big spinning wheel, going around that, and you go up to the centrifuge, so practice making sure that your suit works. It's not too much of a shock.
No, that's what brings on the heavy breathing you hear. Sometimes when you hear the guys on the RT, it's a very positive suck in of air, isn't it?
Exactly that. It's called the anti-G straining manoeuvre, and again, you practice that. And that's a manoeuvre that's been created by the guys in aviation medicine to make sure that you properly prepare your body for the onset of G.
Now, you've got another passenger on board called Barking Betty. Does she get on your nerves a bit?
Well, I've only seen her in the sim at the moment, and she does come up with quite a few interesting noises and captions to tell me what to do. But yeah, she's also very useful as well.
Now, tell me, just out of interest, is that a multinational? Because we've got obviously other variants here with us this weekend. Is that a multinational voice? Have you discussed it with your Italian chancellor?
No, I think it will just be UK.
It is
an English voice, I think.
Yeah. It just gives a bit of a feel. There's lots going on in that cockpit, and not everybody can appreciate it. It's a fascinating thing to do, and jolly hard work, I would imagine.
So they're completing his sequence. Flight Lieutenant Jamie Norris from number 29 Reserve Squadron, Royal Air Force, on the Eurofighter Typhoon FGR-4. And a fantastic sequence it was. Bit of aerodynamic braking, purely really for show, not required.